What's going on, you guys? And welcome back to Stranded Alien Dawn. In this episode, we're going to continue the Great Expedition. There's a lot of things that I need still. I mean, granted, it doesn't show that there is any kind of negative requirement, but you can see there's a lot of yellow here and there. And those are going to require resources. So, let's get to it. First thing we're going to do is we're going to look around and see what we have. We have cargo pods. I'm going to send Ken out on that. Military debris. Let's go for spaceship debris first. Send. He's having a meltdown. Edmund. And wait for him to get finished with his little mental breakdown. Come on, Simon. Hurry up, buddy. Thank you. Okay. So I've been playing a little bit of Jurassic World Evolution 3, so the controls are still a little bit janky. Vincent's healing. Thank God. We got Yoko over there tending to his wounds. Almost all of the cooling in the room seems to be working pretty well. Honestly. It's keeping the indoors to a nice 65. Yeah, it's nice and cool in there. Nowhere else though. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a couple more. I'm gonna add a couple more. Let's see. What's downstairs in this corner? Nothing. I'll put one in this corner. I'm gonna put one in this corner. No, I'm not. There's something back there. Okay, so yeah. Cancel that one. Alright, move it one over. There we go. As for this room, what's in this corner? The dartboard. Okay, so that one, and then I guess in the corner. And then one over here. One over here. There's nowhere that I can really put one in the on this side of the wall. So what I'm gonna do instead, I'll look for somewhere I can put it over here, like maybe right there. Get another one. That should be good. Transfer over in this direction. Put one there. Put one there. Where's the workout room? The workout room needs at least two. So I'll put one right here, and I'm going to put one on the opposite end. Okay. And that should take care of all of the AC needs on the first floor. Nope, second floor. So the first floor still needs a little bit of AC. So let's go ahead and do that for now. Now it's all blocked off. I'll be darned. Okay. Just put it there, I suppose. Yep, that works. I must have removed... Or what's going on? Weird. Alright, so I'm about to be attacked. Time to garrison up the robotics. Starting with the resource drones and the harvest bots, the service drones, the harvest drones and the service bots. Get the delivery drones put away as well. And there we go. We only have 5 survivors here at home, as we do have Ken, Simon, and Edmund currently out and about on their expeditions, trying to bring me back some good resources that I can utilize. We are now 12 CPUs and 78 forged metal. Refined metal, I think is what they call it. Refined metal? Yeah, I think it's refined metal. just missing a little bit of that, surprisingly, with everything that I've just added on, all these AC units. Which honestly might be a waste of resources. Hold on, let me... Yeah, it's going to be a waste of resources. I mean, who cares if it's hot in these little chambers here, right? I mean, who cares? Now, the workout room, I want to leave... Well, this isn't the workout room. Well, honestly, if you're on the DDR pad, you might need to be over here, so I'm going to leave those ones. I'm going to leave the ones for the food, and yeah, I'm going to leave the two over here for the workout room. I'm going to leave those. Those can stay. The rest of these, get them out of here. What am I doing? I'm wasting. God. Excuse me. I'll leave this one right here just because there is some stuff going on. And this is going to heat up this room, so just leave one. What is that? Oh, okay. Hit that 2 times. Yeah, it was looking like it was the ceiling that was causing the lag. Everything seems to be handling just fine now. So build your ceilings in small increments. It will lag the game out. And as you can see, we did get a little bit more of this solar roof completed, which brings our resource production up to 3,100. No, everybody back on the roof. You know the drill. Come on, stop making me look bad. Now they don't care. They're like, oh, my life. Your life is in good hands. Kinda. Maybe? Who knows? We'll find out later. And like I said in the last episode, they do prefer to take that left path or right, depending on your perspective. This one, this chunk. Just gonna call this chunk 1. They like to go to chunk 1 over chunk 2. And then that'll be chunk 3, chunk 4. Yeah, they prefer chunk 1. They don't really get to chunk 3 too often. They get to the start of chunk 3. And they don't really come over here unless they break through the fence. And then they'll get into chunk 4. Other than that, they don't really go too far. Like you'll see. It's not too many bugs. It's enough to potentially make it to like over here. Maybe. You know, it's another good thing that I can build. Do I need any more of these? I need all of them. I'm building all my rocket turrets. All of them. Left and right flank. In center? What are you? Yep, I'm gonna build all my rocket turrets. It's gonna be a bit expensive. Just a bit expensive. Mainly metal. It does look like I have a decent amount of scrap over here, with more to come, as you see there. So, all in all, not looking too bad. Can I select one of my survivors, please? I have one that's doing whatever they want. Please come back to base. Ken. You didn't think I saw you wandering off over there, buddy? Yeah, I caught you out of the corner of my eye. He was going to transport something. Honestly, I don't know what he was doing out there. I'm lucky that I caught him, though. He needs to get back up here. Yeah, like I said, they'll get to about right there. And that's just with the one turret. I'm about to really bump that number up right now. Yeah, come on, draft. There we go. And so one game that I've been playing a lot lately You guys might laugh, but you're never too old to play this game. The new Pokemon game. And I say you're never too old to play Pokemon, mainly because if you're trying to keep, type effectiveness, well, I like it because it has all the different levels. You can take a Pokemon from whatever level you find it all the way up to level 100. The type effectiveness, so you have to think, you can't just power them all up with just one type. You have to make them viable, make them worth fighting with. So one that I've been really working with is Heracross. Absolute monster. Other than that, there's really not all that many effective mons that I've been finding. More or less everybody is a worthless POS. I use my Feraligatr and I use my Heracross. I'm working through the DLC right now. Just got Kyogre and Groudon completed. For the life of me, when the DLC first came out, I made all my berries into 3 stars and then just went through and, just looked for the mons, right? I didn't even go and do any of the side stuff, so I completely wasted all of my berries. I then had enough berries to make, about 30 1-star donuts. Finally completed the 1-star donut grind. And then, well, obviously I have Kyogre and Groudon, so which means I have put a lot of grind into those higher quality donuts, which I really don't like the fact that you have to go and I don't like the donuts. Don't like them. For those playing Pokemon, let me know what you guys think of the donuts. I mean, I honestly don't mind them, but everything's just so grindy. Like, everything is so grindy. There was already a main story that was grindy, and now there's this one that's super grindy, and after you get Rayquaza, from what I've heard, it's even more grindy, because you have to get all your points, and then you use your donut, and or a scan, and then there's a chance at you finding something you need, or it just being a bunch of battles, some worthless stuff. So, not overly excited about that part. But I am happy to finally be going after Rayquaza, which is, I forget the little girl's name. It's her chosen mon that she wants. I'm gonna keep that if I can. That's my Pokemon. Yeah, nope. Sorry, Kieran. Stealing damn Pokemon at the end of Sapphire and Violet. Or Scarlet and Violet. Sorry, Sapphire. I've got Groudon and Kyogre stuck in my head. But enough about the Pokemon. You guys aren't here for Pokemon. You're here for Stranded Alien Dawn. Or to see what my survivors get up into. One or the other. You're here to see me fail. I know it. Don't lie. You're here to watch all my survivors die, because that's what's going to happen eventually. Eventually. 100% you guys. They will all die. Now, the question is, how long is it going to take? Okay, that's the true question here. That's what I'm here to experiment and discover. With what I know about the game, how long can my survivors last before they all get murdered off? Now, how often am I going to make mistakes? Which, they happen, not going to lie. Since we just got attacked, I feel a little comfortable sending out outside the wire, so that's why I'm highlighting those ones over there. I didn't hear any bugs, which was, really a huge relief, honestly. Ooh, I'm glad I highlighted that. I didn't even see that. Thank God for the cursor. I'm just trying to see what's come down since the last 2 episodes. I think I went out the last episode and actually took a look around, highlighted some new stuff. But I think some more has dropped. As you guys saw, there was those things over there. But then again, I probably didn't go over there in the last video. Yeah, that's probably what happened. Yeah, 100%. That's exactly what happened. I don't even need to rewatch the footage. I already know I didn't go look in that direction. That is massive, and how did I miss that? Probably the big tree in the way. And I did come through here while it was nighttime the last time as well. Just like I was doing there. Thank God for the sunlight. I can see this piece. Let's get some salvage going. I'm gonna need the metal, so might as well hit it up. And then pray to the gods of gaming that they give me more scrap metal from some of these. And I'm gonna let my bots do that. I'm gonna send out for the cargo pod again with Ken. I'm going to send Shooting Star. Simon can do that one. And then Spaceship Debris with Edmund. Nope. With Edmund. Thank you. That's right, these survivors do whatever they want. It drives me crazy. Let me see here. Nah, I don't have the ability yet. Still waiting on those CPUs. That's what I should have done. I need to send out on the... I forget what the mission's name is. Supercomputer. The supercomputer little mission there. That one will give me CPUs every single time. So when my survivors return, I'm going to send one of them, potentially Ken, either Ken or Simon. Who cares? One of the three, one of the boys. They're going to go out and they're going to go get me some CPUs from that mission. Whoever gets back first, that's who's going to go do it. Alright, collect whatever you can, discover some interesting rocks or meteor probably contain ore. Perfect! Give me some metal. Some actual ore that I can utilize. I think I need some for some tools, if memory serves right. So I do have some of my tools out here now. Who's gonna need tools? I mean, Rita? Rita, give you some tools? No, that's a weapon tool. Here we go. Cutting and mining speed, harvesting. I mean, she tends to the crops, so might as well. As for mining and all that, the boys really could have that. Definitely could use that to its utmost potential. Alright, there we go. We got some turrets coming online. See their field of fire right there. Alright, so the first one is Simon. But he's on a binge, so that's a bit unfortunate. And we have to wait for the hot air balloon to be serviced. And he brought me some scrap metal and some grain. I'll put that to good use. As per usual, thank you, Ken. Man's a hell of a survivor. If it's your first time playing this game, I highly recommend him. Not only is he amazing at harvesting scrap from his surrounding environment, he's also an expert at combat. And you don't have to worry about him breaking down too much with the mental breakdowns. Once you see that he's starting to lose it, just go out and have him go on a mass killing spree. That'll raise his everything. That'll bring his mood right up. The man is a sadist. The more death and mayhem he witnesses, the better off he is. So honestly, kill them all. Go in there like Anakin and the Tusken Raiders. He didn't just kill the men and the women, but the children too. Go dumb. Kill the entire herd. Bring out your inner dark side. Do it. Now have some fun. Sorry. A little Palpatine there for you guys. It's a good series. The original 6. I don't. There's only 6 movies to me. Maybe Rogue One. Rogue One was pretty good. I'll lump Rogue One in there. So 7 good movies. There's only 7 Star Wars movies to me. Okay, that quote unquote trilogy with Rey, and that's trash. 100% trash. That's Disney Star Wars. I don't watch Disney Star Wars. Well, that's a lie. I did watch Mandalorian. That was pretty good. Mando was pretty good. Other than that, trash. All of it. Everything that Kenny was doing, just trash. All of it. Acolyte, or what was it? Acolyte? Trash. Last video game? Trash. It's not looking good for Star Wars and Disney. Not for its true fans. They might have the attention of some of the the easier to please. You know, when I watch Star Wars and I see some nobody turn her lightsaber red in her hand without, having to do anything, yeah, I understand what happened to her, but at the same time, you got to remember one simple thing. It's not covered in the movies, but if you know the actual manga and the story, well, not the manga, the whole story, more or less. There's comics in which not, which is why I said manga. Vader. I think it's a comic with Vader in it. Him bleeding his crystal and turning it red ruined him. Okay, first off, it threw him into a wall. After it, ruined his cybernetic hand. So let that just be a little insight on what happens when you bleed your crystal and turn it red. It's not just like with a lightsaber in my hand and you're bleeding the crystal that way. No, it takes concentration and force to bleed a crystal. No, I'm turning it red. Oh, look at this. Oh, it's a red saber. Garbage. 100% garbage. Anybody that thinks that's really cool looking, I mean, yeah, it looked cool, but in the Star Wars lore, trash. Yeah, it looks cool. Looks cool. But garbage. 100% garbage. And then Han Solo's supposed to be the greatest smuggler that's ever lived, and then you've got this video game with a different smuggler that nobody's ever heard of, and never playing the game. Nope, I ain't playing that garbage. Han Solo was the greatest of all time, and then they surpass him with some random chick. Nobody's ever heard of her. But I'll give her due. She is a... I haven't played the game. I've watched those. I'll give her due. She is a hell of an individual. But at the same time, she's no Han Solo. And for Disney to claim that she's the greatest that there is, it's kind of garbage. Just like Rey. Rey is not a Skywalker. Rey is a Palpatine. Okay, so her to say, I'm Rey Skywalker, it's a complete disgrace to the Skywalker name, first and foremost. Yes, I understand that you're trying to carry on your teacher's legacy. Do it by being you, not Rey Skywalker. Chewbacca's got more of a right to call himself a Skywalker than this nobody. A myriad in the Force. Oh, you get out of here. Pretending like she's the next chosen one. She could never amount to what Luke was capable of. Never. Not even Anakin when he was Vader. A fraction of his potential. And he still had great potential, but due to his cybernetic his injuries in the cybernetics, he wasn't able to use all of his agility, his speed. But again, you guys aren't here for the Star Wars. You guys are here for the Stranded Alien Dawn. But, I do love my Star Wars. So if you guys like to nerd out about the Star Wars, hit me up in the comments. I love talking about that. I love talking about all of it. I love ragging on Disney and their sorry attempt with the last 3 films. And then they say they're going to reboot and do more with Rey. Oh, God, kill me. Luke didn't even get a 6-part series. They're really trying to push Rey as the chosen one, and we all know it's Anakin. And I would have loved to have seen Anakin at his full potential. After he masters the saber, he would have gone into, fully enveloping himself and learning about the Force itself, which would have boosted him. The Republic era that we find them, Anakin and Yoda and all them living in, those Jedi are about half, maybe a quarter as strong as the old Republic Jedi. Now those guys were monsters. And because of some of the things they practiced, the Jedi had to forbid the training of it. It's not dark side based per se, but once you turn yourself, well, it's more or less killing off your emotion when you so what some of them would do is they would feel everything around them, entire galaxy. They would reach out, and yeah, it's hard to describe. But it would turn you from being a human. What the heck? Oh, it's the little baby. Where you at, you little baby? I'm gonna choke you out. Don't you chucky me. Don't you do it. It ain't even in here. What the heck? Oh, it's on the floor in front of me. Go to bed. It's some doll that my mom bought my daughter. Give me a moment. If you don't hear from me again, you know the Chucky doll got me. Jesus, man. No, the Chucky doll's not going to get me. Sorry, you guys. I literally had to rip the doll apart, more or less, to try and find the off switch on this thing. Like, it was literally just sitting here breathing. Just breathing. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Driving me crazy is what it was doing. Alright, so the bugs are inbound. It is time to get oh, there goes Samantha. It's time to get everybody into the base, more or less. Once we get Samantha in, is everybody else in? Looks like everybody else is in. Alright, so more or less I'm going to watch my survivors. Now that we have the extra rocket turrets, should make it a little bit easier to kill these things off, so I am going to deal a lot more damage to my wooden walls here. Not a problem on those. I have over here I have a wood farm back here. I did have a wood farm over here, so I have reserve wood whenever I need it. You'll never hit those Juno's rockets. Stop it. Let them get closer. So I want to see what everything is capable of with the new additions. I want to see if it's going to start causing me lag or not. Having those bonus rocket turrets going dumb. Okay, no, so everybody draft. Somebody doesn't have a weapon. Oh, Samantha, that's right. No, Samantha, I said go get a weapon. Thank you. Okay, maybe it is. Yeah, all the explosions are causing my console to slow down, as if I were building. I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. There is definitely a higher potential of blue screening now because of this. Yep, I will agree on that one. However, I think we should be fine. That's what I have saves for. If I blue screen and I'm unable to get that hour in, well, I'll just do it another try. After I let my console cool down, because it's probably going to blue screen from overheating. Speaking of overheating, I need to take it apart tomorrow and clean it out. I just did my car's air filter, cabin air filter yesterday, so yeah, might as well take this thing apart, give it a good cleaning, or maybe not take it apart and just give it a dusting. Take some canned air to it. Yeah, I should do it. Come on, bugs, hurry up and die. The Junos are getting a decent way through. So they got stopped over here, so... I mean, I would, but the rocket turrets are going down. This one's like, nah, I'm out. I don't want the smoke. It knows as soon as it gets closer, these turrets here are gonna light it up. Oh, speaking of the new turrets, let's see what the power consumption... Yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to turn off the power switch when I get done with attacks. 2,000! Sheesh. That's what's alive. Not a whole lot, okay. For the most part, they're bleeding. It's just the Junos and a couple of the broods, which they'll die here shortly to bleed damage. That one right there, and then this one right here, and this one right here. They'll be dead soon. Actually, this one's dead. So these two will be dead soon. You see, that one has like no health to start with, and it's bleeding rather quickly. The other one, I mean, as soon as it gets to right here, it's done for. But it's dead anyway because I am going to hunt. Maybe it'll kill off the rest of them in the area. Perfect. I'll go do the other two. And then there's one over here. Let's go ahead and kill off this one. Thank God for the Air Force. The Air Force is OP. And turn it off. They didn't get half as far as they usually... No, they got half as far as they usually do. Okay, so the rockets, they're staying. That did a lot of work. I might not even need this second portion anymore. Now, I'm still going to keep it, obviously. I'm not dumb. I know the bots, or the bugs, not the bots, I'm not playing the DLC. The bugs will eventually overrun me. Speaking of the bots, if you guys are trying to do the bot campaign, and the enemy keeps giving you a tough time, consider something like this. Consider a defense kind of like this one. So, you know, push a little bit further back from your survivors. You don't want this first wall to be within range of any turrets or anything. You want it to just be purely traps. The traps are going to cause bleed damage when the robots hit them. It always causes bleed damage. It's so weird. Yeah, I'm going to bleed out a robot, but it doesn't make sense if you're bleeding out the oil and the hydraulic fluids. So that one, I really enjoyed that one. I think I did put it up on the channel. Me playing through and having somewhat of a design like this. Not similar, obviously, but, you know, kind of. The pathing, I think I did the same, where I did it a different way, where it was like this way. I think I honestly can't remember what I did with it. I've done a couple different patterns. One that had 3 different ways coming into it, one that only has 1 way into it. I think there's one that has 2 ways. Yeah, there's a couple different. But this one right here, this is probably my favorite. The 1 way in, 1 way out. It funnels them just perfectly. So again, if you're trying to play on a hard difficulty, consider doing this. You know, I am playing it on normal, but on normal, I'm, you know, tweaking my gameplay, getting ready for those harder difficulties if I do eventually end up playing them. I might. We'll see. I do like to challenge myself and get every platinum trophy in the game. Though again, I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to record it and upload it. Uh, yeah, it's a lot of work. A lot of work, and I'm running out of time, honestly. And I say it's a lot of work because those harder difficulties take more brain power. I'm not going to be playing it on 3 times, so obviously I'm going to be playing it on 1 times to achieve as much as I can with the little amount of time that I'm given. The harder the difficulty, the more frequent the bugs or bots, depending on DLC or not. The more frequent the attacks they come. So less time for repairs, less time for building, and a lot more time defending. So getting early automation is going to be key. Hopefully I can find a couple AI cores to power the bots and then have them do some side jobs, getting some quick survivor inputs, getting the hot air balloon, finding those people that really quickly. That's what I meant by those fast survivor inputs, bringing them into the fold. Yeah, so that one's not going to be able to reach, so let's just cancel that one. And the rest of it looks like they should be able to. So I'm just missing one CPU now. Only one. That's awesome, actually. Nice. Just one CPU. Oh yeah, it's time to send out on the Great Expedition again. Alright, so, cargo pod. Ken. Supercomputer. Simon. I don't need the fuel tanks as I have an abundance of gasoline. However, let's go ahead and clean out. No. I'm gonna leave him available. There's still quite a bit out there that needs to be salvaged. I mean, even Samantha's out there mining. Wow, good on her, honestly. Just scavenged the CPU, so there we go. CPU covered. But since that CPU has been covered, I think now is a good time to build more of this. As I have more things coming online, I'm going to need more electricity generation. So let's tackle that problem right here. Come on, game, get it going. How's my metal? I got plenty of scrap, so that's fine. And it does look like they are producing quite a bit. There's metal scrap until 100, so that's why those ones aren't running? Okay. Well, I can destroy these, or just don't refuel them. Now I'm going to keep them here. I'm not going to remove them, but I am going to keep them here for one simple reason. If my electricity ever runs out, like if I ever get to a point to where I'm producing, or I'm not producing enough electricity and everything starts breaking, I have these backup furnaces to get these ones and this back up in operation to repair this. So always keep those primitive means. Like even Ark Survival Ascended and Ark Survival Evolved, any game that has tiered crafting tables, I keep basic ones. I mean, it's always nice to have that basic one in case something ever does happen. Then you have a means, But go ahead and remove the fuel, or the refueling of them. That way, it just focuses on these, and these will start producing. Decent bit there. Meteor rain coming down. Where at? Where at? Thought I heard it, but I don't see it. Who cares? I do. That's who cares. So it went off over here. And there we go. Line that up. Don't mind if I do. Probably some more. Yep. Don't mind if I do. Every pun intended. Ah, great. Nighttime. It's gonna make it that much harder to spot some new resources over here. Where is it? Don't mind if I do. Good job, buddy. You want a cookie? What about the CPUs? You want a boss? Can I have extra rations? Hell no. Who do you think I am? You get the same rations as everybody else. Yeah, I think that's it for now. He's over salvaging, he's salvaging. We got all the CPUs. It's just needing the carbon nanotubes now. Let's see, do I have any crafting up? Times, no, that's gonna be until, I'll say 50. Yeah, that one will cook until 50. That one needs to be bumped up to 50 as well. And this one needs to be bumped up as well. There we go. So I got those crafting. I have a ton of electronics. Good lord. Okay. Well, since I have an abundance of electronics, I mean, how quickly did my power regenerate? At 20k takes. Good lord. Okay. Construct these two, and then construct two of these. Okay. On top of that, I think I'm going to allow them to construct these over here, since I do have that metal pouring in through all of those furnaces. Might as well utilize it. I mean, it's not going to be hurting me too much. It says 100, but at the same time, that goes to help my survivors and their overall mental and physical. This mainly the physical, over here the mental. You got music and video games for your mental well-being, distraction, and then for training purposes. Lift weights, get stronger. Beat up a punching bag to, improve your hand-to-hand combat. And everything is already beginning to complete. That's crazy. I'm not gonna lie, if I have my survivors do things in small increments, they can get it done really quickly. I mean, look at this. I was at 100 and some odd metal, and that's already, well, more or less gone. Thankfully, I am salvaging some, but that's besides the point. Was it like 160, give or take? And now we're down to 31. Though on the downside, the carbon nanotubes are going to have to wait until I get more metal on hand. But it's whatever. And then this right here, need some carbon for those. Carbon for those. Okay. Constructing the roof. Oh, they were constructing the solar paneling from the underside. So I'm really happy with the way my... it's not really even a crafting room. My storage room. I guess it is partially a crafting room too. But I really like the second floor here. It's nice and neat and organized. Everything has its place. It just feels good. Having that much room for everything. Then down here, I have all of that room that I can use. Yeesh. A lot of room there. Again, I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to use it for, or what I'm going to use over here. Potentially can use some lighting in here, in the kitchen, in the gaming room. No, honestly, once it's past hours, I'll just keep the gaming room. Gaming room be lit by windows. Yeah, it doesn't need anything. If you trip and fall down the stairs, that's on you. Probably should have been looking where you were going. Already got those two completed, bringing us up to 2,400 capacity. Production's a little bit low. Ah, yes, that's why. Let's see, where is the survivor? I'm sorry, Samantha, but do me a favor. We need to bring our power supply up. I need to max those two new ones out real quick. Huh, my consumption during the nighttime is about the same as during the storm during the night. Interesting. I don't think I said that correctly. 323. No kidding. That's the first time they've sent all flyers. And that's honestly the largest amount of flyers they've sent for me. So, this is going to be an interesting one. I hope my flak is capable of yeah, I hope it's capable of taking on this challenge. Yeah, hurry up and calm him down. Nope, he's on a drinking binge. Okay, grab everybody. Hang out downstairs, you guys. Who's not moving? Oh, yeah, Simon on his drinking binge, that's right. Looks like everybody's here, though. Perfect. No, what are you guys doing? Draft. Get over here. Samantha, what are you doing? Get down there. Crazy woman. I swear this one. Is it just gonna be flyers? Literally just... You see something wrong with this picture? Yeah. Thank God they're right here. And time for the show. Hey, come in, pesky little bugs. What's going on? Okay. So I just went into combat music for nothing? Okay. Okay. Yeah, just went into combat music for no reason. Here they come. One of them died off? Oh well. See how the base handles. Get them, flat cannons. Get them, Air Force. That's extremely outnumbered. Probably should be garrisoned because you're gonna all die. So let me go ahead and actually do that. Oh, these things are about to get murdered. No, I was about to say, did I just lose one? There's no way I just lost one that quickly. I mean, it does make sense. I think garrisoning. Well, thank God they're splitting up. That's a good sign, honestly. Already half number gone. And my turrets are still good to go. Though I do have a damaged concrete wall. That's not good. If the wall breaks, the ceiling breaks. And the turret breaks. I don't know, I think that's just the foundation. And there we go. The base handled remarkably well. I do think that I need to increase flat cannons. Yeah, I need to bring in the flat cannons next. Yeah, we took a little bit of damage on this right flank. Some more flak, more power generation, and need to get more material. Alright, so it's that time again. Cargo pod with Ken. I mean, I just got my CPUs under control, so let's go ahead and get a little surplus of those, and then finish off the cruise ship. I might get something besides the soup this time. Maybe the meds. Who knows? Right, everybody's unselected. Everybody has a weapon, even though they are kind of weak weapons. Alright, get out there and do me some good, you guys. And on second thought, looking at the time here, I'm pretty much out of it. Out of time, that is. And my mind. Just like Edmund over here. Nah, I'm joking. It's only a part-time thing. Nah, who am I kidding? My brain is, gone. I'm gonna be on a sad wander like Edmund here as soon as I get done with this one. Interesting little exit here. Alright, guys, that's all I have time for. If you enjoyed it, hit the thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new and you're still hanging out. Obviously, you enjoyed it, so hit the subscribe button. Maybe the notification bell, be alerted with a little pop-up on your phone letting you know that I have uploaded a brand new video in the middle of the night for some of you, and bright and early in the morning for some of the rest of the world. Again, that's all I have time for, so I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. You guys take care, and you stay safe, and I'll catch you in the next episode, where I will potentially get some more of this roof done, and maybe even a couple more turrets. And until then, catch you guys later.